and welcome to my channel, Twin Flame Spirit. I'm Yvonne. Today we're going to talk about something that happens quite frequently. Do you sometimes think your twin is a jerk? Do you think he's the biggest idiot that's ever walked on earth? If you think that sometimes, even if it's just sometimes, and even if it's just some thoughts you have, you are in trouble. Because I'm going to tell you why. But it is really important that I make my point that all these little thoughts, or even if the thoughts are coming in form of support from your support system, which could be friends, mostly female friends. Doesn't have to be, but I think mostly that's the case. So if you're a female and you have female friends, you know how it goes, you know how the story goes. When you're down, when you're like, oh, he doesn't talk to me, or we had such a nice weekend together, but now he's ignoring me, or what else? Yeah, we spent like a beautiful week, but now he said he doesn't want to talk to me ever again, and he's going back to his wife, or whatever. If that's the case, if you ever have a situation like that and you tell your friends about it, your friends who are part of this society, who are part of the way this society thinks and acts and reacts, then it's highly likely that you're going to hear something like, oh, forget about him, he's such a jerk, he doesn't know what he's missing out on, just move on, go be with someone else, he's so not worth it. And maybe they go on and they add little details. Maybe they know him, maybe they know they've talked to him, maybe they've seen him, so they could go on with details like, oh, the other time I saw him, I mean, I thought he wasn't really all that pretty or handsome, and I think he's really not good enough for you. Or to be honest, the other day I heard that he messed up at work. Like, I have a friend who works with him, and it seems like he had like this huge slip up and this huge mistake he made, and it's like typical him. Like, he just doesn't get it. I don't think he's all that smart. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you've been there. I've been there. Yeah. So your friends try to support you in that way. They try to give you the self-esteem you're lacking in that very moment, or to like put you in a spot where you feel better about yourself. And that's actually what's happening. That's actually the dynamic that is happening. You think by, or they think, first of all, they think by putting him down, by talking bad about him, by pointing out his mistakes, they help you. They help you. They help raise your self-esteem. And that's actually not what's happening. Why not? And if you're honest, like if you're really honest and you feel down and you hear something like that about him, like you hear your bestie say, oh, he's such an idiot, he's such a jerk, what happens inside of you? Maybe there's a tiny little part that hurts. Maybe there's a tiny little part who thinks, oh, somehow this is wrong. It's wrong to talk about him like that. There's that little voice that comes up, but maybe you shut it right down. And then there's that other part of you, the ego part, that takes pleasure in hearing that takes pleasure in putting him down and in saying, yes, I agree, he's such a jerk, or he's such a, I don't know, he's just nothing, and he's not worth my love and my attention and my beautiful personality, right? So fake. That's ego talking. That's ego seducing you, telling you you're better, you're more worth it, you're prettier, all that. Ego compares. Ego compares. Love doesn't. Ego compares and makes you feel good. And it's such a wrong, fake feeling good, because you don't actually feel better when you do it. You don't. It's just in the moment. But your friends, they're really like, I don't want to talk bad about friends. That's not at all my point, because they're mirroring you something too. They're mirroring you that part that still thinks and talks bad about your twin flame. So now I want to show you why it doesn't bring you what we want. What do you want, really? Do you want to be talking bad about a person you want to spend the rest of your life with? Is that really what you want to do? Is this even remotely logical to do that? Be honest with yourself. And we're going to go back to video number 1 I did, like the basics of all this, which is, what is the truth? What is the truth? You aren't your twin flame. What is the truth about you two of you? You two, you are, yes, one. You are one at the core. You incarnated from the same soul DNA. You became a masculine, a feminine. You became a man and a woman, two men, two women, whatever, masculine, feminine energy, right? You became that. Now you're here, but that doesn't change the fact that you are one, and that you are one at the core up here, right? In the other dimensions, it became material world. It became person, people. Became flesh and blood and hair and all that. But you're still one at the core. You're still one consciousness. You're one stream of energy. You're one rate of consciousness. You're one. You're one. You're one and the same. So imagine for a moment, just quickly, imagine your friend sitting down across from you saying, you know what, Yvonne, or Andrea, or Shannon, or Katrina, or what other female names do I know? You get the point. Yvonne, I think you're really such a jerk. You're nothing. You don't even deserve a man. You don't even deserve love. You have like the emotional maturity of a 5-year-old. You're like doing the same mistake over and over. You're so numbed out, and you're so not aware, and you're so not spiritual. You can't even, I don't even know where to begin. You're so not worth like all your dreams. You're beyond, like you're like below like any decent human being. What would you think if that happened? What would your reaction be? Would you be like, oh, my best friend, let's give me a hug, let's be best friends forever? Probably not, right? You're gonna be pissed at her. You're gonna be like, who do you think you are to talk about me like that? Are you crazy? Do you really think you're my best friend to talk to me in that way? That's what you're going to say to her. Something similar, something along the lines, right? Those are the lines. Something along the lines you're going to tell her. But she's not going to be your best friend for much longer, is she? Yes, because that's no support. And the same is happening with her talking about your twin like that. It's no support. It's of no use whatsoever. It's not useful or helpful to you at all. Because you're one. She's talking about him or her the way she's talking, like it could be talking about you. You get that? What's the other truth? You are linked. You are one. How are you linked down here? Like, what's never gonna change? What is eternal between the two of you? What is it that you want to align with and to align to? To align with, yeah, it's better. What is it? It's that pure, unconditional love that unites the two of you, so you love each other. So what is it when you put him down? What is it when you say he's nothing and he's not worth it and he's so immature and he's so behind and he doesn't get it? What happens? It's a huge, big, fat lie. It's a lie you're telling yourself. That's not how you feel about him. And that's not how you're supposed to be feeling about him. Of course you can be mad at him. When you're mad at yourself, that happens. Then you go in and heal it. You feel through it. You heal it. Yes, that yes. But it's not, okay, let's put it that way. Real clear. Because human beings need really clear directions, right? We all do. So, I'm telling you right now, it's not okay to talk about him like that. And it's also not okay to have other people, like to allow other people to talk about him like that. It's not okay. It has to stop now. You're gonna finish this video. You don't go anywhere until I'm finished. Another direction. You finish the video, and then you're gonna go out, and you're never ever gonna word about him. And if you have friends who keep doing that, think about it. Think about how helpful that is for your journey and for your state of mind and for your choice of speaking only with love and compassion of him. How helpful is it to have people around in your ear saying he's nothing? How helpful is it? Is it really, it doesn't make you feel better, and it's not helpful, because that's another truth I'm going to tell you now. You're not going to want to hear that. You're never, ever, like this never ever going to be with him if you talk about him like that. Never. You could just as well like leave the whole twin flame crap behind. Go out, make out with a guy at a bar, go home, sleep with him, get pregnant, be married, whatever, buy the dog, the picket fences, do all that crap. You can do that. You might as well, if you keep talking about your highest divine lover, your ultimate lover, your one person who was created for you to love forever. If you keep on talking about him like that, you might as well do the other crap. Sorry, I'm swearing now, but you get my point. So, I hope I made myself clear. The only choice you have, make the choice to talk about him in love and with love. Have the attitude, that's a good word too, the attitude, the vibration of love and compassion for him, always, him and her. What is at the same moment does that mean for yourself? Yes, you're choosing love and compassion for yourself as well. For yourself and where you're at on this journey, for how many blocks you've cleared, for how brave you are, for how courageous you are. All that you are also doing by choosing love for him and compassion. You're choosing it for yourself. So, oh yeah, there's another thing I wanted to add. Are you still here? Yeah, I told you to stay. So, twin flames are not only about perfect romance. They're not only about hanging out, having good sex and working and on the side like enjoying the perfect love life. That's not what it's all about. In order to unite, we all have to heal our ancestral wounds, our familial wounds, societal, whatever. And one part of it is I just lost the word. The rift, yes. The rift between the sexes, like the rift between men and women. It's of no use women pointing at men, calling them weak, calling them nothing, calling them abusers, calling them all bad things in the world. It's of no use doing the same as men have been doing for so long. Generalizing very much, but it's intentional, so it's of no use if we have a war between the sexes, of no use at all. So it's the role of twin flames to heal that rift between the sexes and to heal that attitude of I hate him, I hate men, men are nothing, and men who say, oh, women, they're such like divas, you can't ever make it right for them, they're only good for sex. Like the whole porn industry, I'm not even going to go into that. That's such a huge wound out there, and it's on us to heal that, to heal in your union with your twin flame. That's all it takes. Just heal it within your union, and you're contributing to healing it worldwide. So let's heal that rift between the sexes. Let's not join in on the bad talk about the other sex. And yes, do that. Okay, I think I'm clear on everything. If you have questions, write them in here below. If you have suggestions, do the same. If you have a suggestion for a video maybe, or a topic that I haven't brought up so far and that you really want to hear about, do it. I'm offering classes. Class is a really, really good way to get into your work, because it's nice to listen to the videos, it's nice to have some information. All that is good and nice, but it's not really going as fast as you could. And if you join a class, you're going to be with other people around the world who joined that class too. It's going to be in English. I have different languages, but for you it's going to be in English, and you're going to be so, it's going to be so helpful hearing about other journeys, hearing about other people's upsets, because oftentimes they're your own as well, but you hear it from them, so you don't always have to speak up. You don't have to pay as much money as for an individual coaching session. So it's a really great way to get involved and to get really committed to your twin flame journey, and not just hang around and every now and then listen to a video. It takes more than that. I'm assuring you that. I've been at this for quite some time, and it's been really intense. I've worked my butt off. I did, and it's really worth it. And it doesn't have to be the same for you, but it does take some commitment. Okay, so thanks so much, and talk soon. Bye bye.